So today is the full moon in Aquarius. I'm about teaching Reiki and waiting for my students. That's why I decided to record a little video to upload in YouTube. For those who feel a little bit unsettled with this full moon energy, it's normal. If you feel like things are totally out of control in your life at the moment, it's normal. It's the energy of this full moon. I think at this stage this year, if you're watching these videos because you have done already some inner work, or possibly you're one of my clients or students. So yeah, definitely have been working on yourself. But now is a really good time to think, okay, how out of control feels everything at the moment for me, for you, right? So then you're like, So you can measure it. So let's say you're like, okay, no, I feel flowing, I feel actually okay. I don't feel, I know I don't control things, but I feel like I'm in that surfing the wave, or like the turtles when they swim and they don't make any effort, they just go in the flow. Or perhaps you feel like, a little bit out of control, which makes me feel anxious, or makes me feel sad, or makes me feel too uncertain for me. At the moment, I don't know, the circumstances at my job or family or relationships. Then the number 3 will be like, no, I feel like lost. Totally out of control. I'm so angry, or I feel so sad. So how do you feel today? It doesn't matter if you're watching this in 5 days. It's the same of 1 month. This is the moment when you're watching this video to ask yourself, how do I feel? Because the 3 answers are good, right? Because it means that you have a big opportunity in front of you to make major changes in your life that will help you to grow, evolve, and manifest a reality totally different than the reality you used to live before. So something that is more aligned with your real self. Because if you feel totally out of control, it means that there are things changing in front of you and you're not actually doing anything for those things to change. The things are just transforming itself in front of you, and you just need to surrender, accept it, and see how those things affect you. So yeah, all the answers are good. The thing is, the more work you have done in the past, the more settled you should feel with this energy. So, for instance, myself and many of my students, they feel actually really good at this time, even when the things are more uncertain than never before. But they feel like they have found themselves. So yeah, you just need to ask yourself, how do you feel? Because this full moon is triggering emotions that perhaps you were not even aware that those emotions were there until this weekend. Maybe you thought that there are things that you already sort out, or already you already digested, things that happen to you and you feel like, this is not affecting me any longer, I'm good, and then this weekend something trigger the memory, and then you're like, you find yourself worrying or crying or something, you know. So yeah, Mary Magdalene showed me 2 days ago when we have meditated together with Mark and Chucky. Mark is in Bali and Chucky is in England. We were doing a meditation to channel messages and send some healing as well to those who need it the most. And she showed me a lot of suffering. And I'm actually having dreams like every night since then about fights, but in other dimensions, not in this one, right? So it feels like people inside of themselves are experiencing a really strong inner war, fighting against their own darkness. And the message from Mary Magdalene was, is no need to fight. No, don't fight. Just accept it. Accept it and just work in loving yourself. Work in loving others as they are. With the darkness, with the things you don't like from them, because they are mirroring something that exists within you. So the question is, what is inside of your heart that needs healing, that still needs healing? So yeah, this was the message from her, and I will pick a card now to see if there's any special message before I run my course. So if you want to learn Reiki or Atlantean crystals, Akashic records, to past life regressions, chakra healing, you know that you can contact me, and I'm always running workshops. Maybe I don't make much noise or advertising, but if you ask, I will tell you the dates and when that's going to be happening, and if it's online, if our online workshops, or here in Perth, or Fremantle, Mandurah, Broome, I have dates in different places here in Australia, and of course online. Okay. So it's the same message that she gave me 3 days ago. She said, the prophet exists within you. There's no prophet out there to follow anymore, because the messages will resonate differently, and that's okay. Some people may resonate with Hinduism because in their journey they need to practice that culture, that practices that Hinduism involves. Some others may need to be Christians or hippies, and it's because if they're hippies, they need to, these hippies communities, they need to connect with nature, and that's why we are now connecting with that. Perhaps in a past life they were very people very disconnected from the spirituality, from earth, were selfish. Now they need to feel like humble and not caring about possessions, and that's okay for them. Some others may need to care about possessions. Some others may need to go to uni. Some others may need to create a new technology that will cure cancer. So we all have different journeys, and that's very important for you to understand. We are not competing to each other. We're just different, and that's good, because we are God, and because we are God, it doesn't mean we are all the same. We are, I tell you, when you project white light through the crystal and then you see many colors, we are the many colors. And we fighting all the time because we are like, oh, she's pink and I'm purple. I should be pink. I hate myself because I'm purple. See if that's happening in your life. See if you feel weird because you're not pink or purple or blue. But then you love blue, but then you're not. But then sometimes I like blue, but sometimes I want to be yellow because, I don't know, I feel judged if I'm not yellow. No, it's you judging yourself. And I say this because I heard so many things about people saying, I feel like I'm a weirdo because I'm a single and I'm there with my friends, all they have partners, I'm the single one, and why not if you want to be single for now? If this is your journey at the moment, what's the problem? Sometimes you need a couple, sometimes you need to be single, sometimes you need to travel, sometimes you need to stay home, sometimes you need to socialize, sometimes not. And that's okay. Yeah? We don't need to be all the same. And this is the main message from Mary Magdalene as well. She was different, eh? Jesus was different. Or do you think that they were in Middle East, in Israel, thinking, I wish I could be more like them? No, they were like, every time I want to be more and more myself. But not preaching, not telling others that what you do is the right thing. Just making a big effort to be yourself, so you are every time happier, and then when you see them, you make them happy. Not because you're making efforts, just because you're bringing a beautiful energy. And you know what I'm talking about. There's people who come to visit you. They don't do anything special. They just come to you and you're like, I'm so glad to see you. And sometimes it's not anything even to talk with them. It's just enjoying of being present. Can you be present? Can you do it? How do you feel being present? Being here and now. Not thinking in the future, never in the past. Not thinking if you are not enough yellow because everyone is yellow but very bright yellow, and are you doing that when you're watching social media? Are you doing that when you're watching movies? Are you doing that when you go? This is something we need to learn from centennials. And I'm talking to millennials, right? Because I know my followers are millennials like me. People in between the 25 and 35, right? It's something we need to learn from younger generations, is that they're very proud of who they are. They don't really care. They are like, I don't have sex. I'm not interested in sex, or I'm asexual or something. I don't know the term in English. Or, I just, there's some kids, they, I don't know, they define themselves as people who, I don't know, they eat certain foods, or they like to hang up with certain people, or they just do what they feel like doing, right? And they're more connected with what they want, with their needs. So I think instead of judging them, it's really important to learn from them. And there are things for all of us to learn from each other, and that's wonderful. When you have the ability of being able to learn all the time from everything, from every experience, that means you are becoming wiser. That means you are wise. So yeah, let's see if there's a final message for this moon, because I know everyone is like all over the place. It's the same cards that she... Yeah, exactly the same as the other day when I was doing the meditation. yeah, it's all about looking for inner wisdom. It's never enough. Don't think it's enough. Don't think you already know everything. It's more. It's more to learn. If it's another situation repeating, looping again during this full moon, it means there is more for you to learn, to experience. Even if it's a fight, enjoy of the fight. Enjoy of having an argument with someone, because hey, that's giving you the opportunity to look inside, to see what do you have inside. If you feel like reacting weird, like crying, or in a situation that you shouldn't, enjoy it. It's an opportunity for you to get in touch with your inner wisdom. Your inner wisdom talks to you through emotions. Of course, you're not your emotions. It's like when you're reading a book. You're not the book. But hey, the book is transforming you. It's helping you to see things from another perspective. The book is helping you to expand your consciousness. Your emotions too. Okay, I will finish this video here because my clients are outside. My students are sorry about my hair. Like I just had a shower and my hair is like no. No shape. I need to do something with. I need to do my hair right now before my students arrive. I love you so much, and I'm sending you lots of positive vibes. And again, if things are all over the place, please just say to yourself, I'm gonna enjoy this. I'm gonna enjoy this challenge.